welcome back to the channel. This is Stream of Consciousness Ride Along number 4. Today we're going to be leaving the Venice Beach area here. We're going to head out onto 3 different freeways. And as I ride along, if I find anything of interest that might be useful to other riders, I'll point it out. Towards the end of this, there will be some lane splitting. So let's finish gearing up here and head on out and see what we see. Alright, well, we're going to head up onto the freeway, and we'll see what develops as we go along. I'll start by turning off the turn signal as we approach the freeway entrance here. Alright, well, we've come up to speed now, and we'll check the mirrors. Everything looks fine. We'll just hang out here for a little bit. We're going to switch lanes here. Turn signal and switch. So right now we're over to the right side of our lane so I can get the best view ahead. And we're leaving enough room between the car in front of us and ourselves, so if something came out into the road or for whatever reason I had to swerve, I'd be able to see it, give myself the best kind of reaction time. Speed up a little, go past this car. I don't like to ride next to anybody in car, motorcycle, anything for any length of time. I'll do as quick as possible. So I'll give a little blip on the throttle, move ahead, and then come back to a speed I was originally running at. We got a car right next to us. I mean, like right there. He's trying to match my speed, I think. I don't like that. So we're going to accelerate a little bit. We'll stay in this lane as the freeway that we're going to transition onto is coming up pretty soon. We've also got these guys coming off of another freeway here and entering ours, so we have to keep a track of that. Not only them so much as the cars in the lane right next to us on the right that might want to all of a sudden get out of their way or move over for whatever reason. Got to make sure they don't move over into us. Check the mirrors, make sure it was okay there, and turn signal as well, and turned off the turn signal, and now here we go. Okay, we got the Caltrans on the side here. Everybody's slowing down. Okay. A lot of times I prefer to ride in this lane if there's no traffic. It's not bad. I can see a ways ahead. The reason is it could be that, you know, trash or whatever might accumulate in the lane, the high occupancy lane there. With a wall, there's really nowhere for it to go. It just accumulates until Caltrans comes along and cleans it up. Maybe that's what they were doing back there, I don't know. But they're usually pretty good about it. But still, if I can do this, I'll do this. Until I don't want to do this anymore. Keep an eye on these two cars here. As their lanes start to slow down, they might want to come across into our lane. Time for us to change lanes, move over to the high occupancy lane after we've checked the mirrors and hit the turn signal. I think we'll go back over. Well, I was hoping for a sunnier day. I prefer to ride in the sun, but you can't always get what you want. Temperature's very nice though. It's mid-70s, I guess. So today we're headed out towards, this is the 91 freeway. It takes us out to Corona. Catch the 15 freeway south. That'll take us down to Lake Elsinore. And we'll use the Ortega Highway. We come back on the 5 or the 405, I'm not sure yet. Come back north that way and home. Round trip's about 140 miles. So this is Sunday, and this is the obviously the freeway, which has a speed of like 65. Well, maybe in somebody's dream, but that's not really the way it works. So it looks like the average car is doing about 80 to 85, somewhere in there. Now that guy's doing even more. But the point is, if you're on a motorcycle, you're going to have to be prepared to ride those kind of speeds unless you want to actually be over in the slowest lane, and then you'll deal with the cars, trucks coming onto the freeway, which isn't so bad. I mean, if that's what you want to do or can do, that's fine. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The reason that I use this lane or the next lane over, whatever, is that in my mind there's two different ways, situations, states of being on the freeway. One, that you're in control. You're moving faster than the flow of traffic, and so nobody's coming up on the back of you, generally speaking. I mean, there's always going to be somebody with a rocket, you know, on their back. But generally the idea is to stay ahead of traffic. If you're not doing that, essentially the freeway is in control and they're coming up on the back of you. That's something I try to avoid. That's why I keep checking the mirror every once in a while, just to see where everybody's at. Now we have a situation where I don't want to ride next to this person, but I don't want to go too fast and be on the back, so we'll scooch up just a little. I don't want to get too close to the guy in front of me. Now we got to be a little careful here, because this gives the people that aren't on motorcycles, they can now change lanes. This is the transition zone. I don't like to pass anybody in this zone. Now the lines are on the road there, so you know, it's telling me that we're out of that zone. People will still cross those lines, but it's pretty infrequent. I switch lanes to get a better view. we're going to have to switch back. I hit the brakes there because I didn't know if that guy was going to continue on into the transition zone. Also, before I got on the freeway, I did check. I filled it up with gas, so the gas tank is full. Also, I turned on my brights to help the visibility for people that are up in front of me, so they can see me when I go around them or whatever. Alright, it's time to switch lanes again here. I think we're going to fall in behind the guy in the cruiser up here. The speeds have dropped down now that we're hitting a little bit heavier traffic. We're still not doing the 65, but it is slower than what it was. And you know, I have to admit something. I don't really know what the speed limit is on the freeway. I can't remember ever seeing signs. I think the most it would be though is 70. Yeah, I'm gonna look for those signs now to see if I know they used to be on the side of the freeway. I gotta look to see now if they still are. Over the last, I would say 10 years, I've seen a definite change in the way the CHP works the freeways. They're not as concerned with speeds. It's as though they've let the speeds reach their sort of equilibrium, where the cars realize, okay, this is a reasonable speed for the type of tires and mechanical machines, the quality of them that people are using these days. And what the CHP is really going for are impaired drivers. I'm gonna have to move over here. And reckless drivers, and that's a good thing. We got somebody that, I wonder if they saw me. I don't know. Hard to tell. Well, they want a transponder, which I have. But I have mine for the 405 express lanes. I don't think that that's good here, and so I won't be using that. I'll just use the regular lanes. Well, it's good, but they're going to charge me. You know, it's free for the 405 express lane, but it's so complicated. I can't tell which freeway toll road is actually free for me, a motorcycle, and which one is not. and they've been dinging my account. So I think I mentioned this in the past, and so now I pretty much just stick to the one freeway. We had to slow down a little bit here because of the traffic. So when that happens, the first thing I do is check the mirror back of me, see where everybody's at. And if somebody's too close behind me, then I'm going to switch lanes. Probably go into the next lane, then move ahead to a car or two, and then get back into this lane. Have to move over. Alright, well, we're going to get back on the freeway. I had to change the battery. So now we will be, we're on the, just got onto the 15 south, headed towards Lake Elsinore. Alright, here we go. So we've got the turn signal on. First thing to do is turn it off. Turn signal on, check the mirrors, and road's clear, so let's go around all this. It's awful bumpy. I don't like this because the surface looks different than the lane next to it. I think I'll check that out. This is definitely smoother. SUV. I think I'll try it again. Asphalt. I wish all the freeways were like this. I understand the groove thing about the water. You know, like we get a lot of that, but it's much better with asphalt. I don't use this freeway very often. In fact, only a couple times in this area. So, not really sure what the traffic patterns are like. Well, the sun is trying to come through. Can't tell what I want to do here. You know, what's the point here? I don't think I'm really going to go anywhere, so why am I even doing all this stuff? Let's just see what's over here. My main thing is just to try to get the best view that I can. Also, these are the truck lanes. I think especially on any kind of freeway, whether it's asphalt or concrete, the truck lanes can have bumps that are things that you really don't want. So you got to be careful for that. But this one looks like it's in very good shape. so these cars can get on the freeway. The truck in front has got stuff in the back. That's something else to always be aware of. Make sure that hopefully they've tied it down properly. Best casino, 15 years in a row, Verona. They always remind me of the old Vermishave signs along 66 between Chicago and St. Louis. Lake Elsinore city limit, okay. So let's hit the turn signals and check the mirrors and move across here, as our exit should be coming up pretty soon. You know, this freeway reminds me of the old days in LA when you could actually get somewhere. 3 lanes, not that crowded. There we go. Now there are 6 lanes and packed. Okay, so let's now we're in the usual. This zone is always like this here, I swear. So anyway, what we've got now is some obvious lane splitting, and I'll just give you an idea here. The speed limit right now, the traffic is moving around about 40. As I said before, the traffic flow can't exceed 50 before it's not legal to lane split, and then we can do 10 miles an hour better than that. So here we go. Now when the cars are next to each other like this, that's the time to actually do it, because they can't change lanes on you. The other thing is, when you're doing this, as I did, make sure you check the lane in back of you for any other motorcyclists that might also be wanting to split lanes that are coming up there faster than you are. Now we're coming up to a transition zone, so we're not going to pass anybody here. Well, sometimes you just have to. We do this very cautiously. I don't really like doing this. Check the mirrors behind me too, because a lot of other motorcyclists might not be as cautious and just blast through these things. Speed limit now is 50. I think we are getting to the top end here. Alright, 53. So we'll just get in line here. Well, we can't do this. I don't know if that's really lane splitting or not. Well, I think that about covers it. I think we'll just call it a day here and say thanks for watching. And we'll catch you next time. As usual, keep the 2 wheels down and the shiny side up. So long.